The following program is a personal scrapbook, strictly for memories. It is not meant to be used commercially.
Level is.
And now you can stick a $5,000 lens on that and do anything you want.
Yeah.
Motherfucking poet from Orange County. Gonna read some poems at Living Planet. Showed up early, 7 o'clock, and waited, and waited, and waited. 8:15, the list is out. I sign up for it, but still don't read until 12:15. This host guy with his general words and la 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 kind of voice, that poetry voice that makes him sound so nice, he's evil. I mean, really evil. I mean, he pulls the open reading list randomly, sort of evil. How dare he do something cruel like that to someone who's driven over an hour to be here? Get thee behind me, Satan! You call this poetry? You can't have poetry amongst the trees and plants and indoor koi. It needs to be tough. It needs to be in bars amongst the stench of puke, swimming in Bukowski's shadow. None of this friendly crap. Your life needs to be rough, like living on the mean streets of Dana Point.
No, why? That's weird. I just posted.
So?
So?
It's going to be part of the package. You don't want him on there?
Yeah, it's not good me.
The package has everyone in it.
I'm not sure I want my response to that filmed. You just said the package has everyone in it.
Well, now
I didn't know it was that kind of party.
Now it's definitely in the film.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Okay.
All comes back.
Victor's sorry he asked for this now.
Oh no, this is what I was hoping for.
Before we get to that, we have an open reading. For that open reading, we have rules. The first rule, if you read, you may read 3 poems or 5 minutes, whichever comes first. If you go over time, I don't give a shit. I do actually care you shouldn't go over time, but I also am defeated and have no energy for anything. So just don't, just be nice. Don't go over time. Don't make me have to be authoritarian in this climate. Rule number 2, the reason for literally everything that's happening everywhere. Explore your idiocy, do something strange, fun, interesting, exciting, and or entertaining. Tonight, I would like you to entertain my emotional support Pokemon, Fuecoco. He is very huggable. If you need like a nice plush hug, you are welcome to grab him and squeeze. Rule number 3, Phil's favorite rule, don't blame the ugly mug. We're the idiots running the reading. That is me, Ellen Weber, and Steve Ramirez. And with that, we are going to open our reading. I'm going to open the open mic. Bad combination of words. With Lizzie Wan.
All right. I'm going to read something that I just wrote today. I wonder about what. And then end with something hopefully more positive. 11/6/24. Santa Ana winds blow hot and cold like my mood, enraged and numb for now, though unsurprised. This country has been telling on itself for centuries. One step forward, 40 acres and a mule back. One step forward, 21 states with abortion bans back. One step forward, 20 million AR-15s back. One step forward, 34 felony crimes back. The rule of law party is oblivious to the transgressions of their so-called leader. They're seen as dividends, ready and willing to line the pockets of those ready and willing to decimate the other. But maybe, like these pesky winds, the right spark will catch to raise their power to ashes, to raise more people to stand ready and unwilling to see their brutal project come to fruition. This is something that was in the 1999 Laguna Beach Slam book.
Oh yeah.
I was on
That's how
that
we do it
team,
in the OC.
and Victor was our coach. This is called Green Man. The wishes I make are small, and if I gather hawthorn, build a fire with 9 sticks from 9 different trees gathered by 9 men, perhaps I am the May Queen. But when you finally make it to my bed, I may be on my way out of California, leaving like Godiva, an answer to a riddle. Thank you.
So, because of the structure of our feature and things, I'm going to be a little weird and introduce the Pope before the feature next. So, most of y'all are in the second half. Deal with it. The Pope before the feature means the features are up next. There's a poet before them, and everybody please turn off your cell phones, put them on vibrate or silent. And please welcome the Pope before the feature, James Palacio.
Thoughts on the eve of the election 2024. It could be in the middle of the most promising moments. The happiest date, the DJ gig for one's high school reunion, a coughing fit in the middle of a sumptuous meal, a smirking, menacing, drunk monkey with knives wants to drop truth like a business card. Other times, it has a sweeter face, a kind face that fools you into complacency. The words, they vary. It could be a cop pulling you over on the way to your friend's birthday party, a girl with a teasing message on the phone, leaving only a mystery never solved. It could say with the utmost sincerity, "Do you know why I pulled you over? You have a broken license plate light." Or, "Hey, pal, I just wanted to tell you that people want to dance, but you have to play better music." It could be an election night. The one where the same voters who believe that the email from Prince Ali Ababa from Nairobi has $10,000 to share with them is real, have decided that their Christian values are far more important than the rights of children, women, people of different colors, and gender preference. The one teetering precariously between a broken paradigm and an evangelical fascism. The one where the house is haunted, but there are no meddling kids to thwart the bad guys in the cheap store-bought Family First masks. Everyone knows the rules. The house always wins. The ghosts of the past can moan all they want. The future is a heritage foundation, a demented orange man playing at Shrinky-Dink's Führer. Sure, it's a certain ratings blockbuster. It will make small talk uncomfortable with the sister that believes Steven Spielberg runs a pedophilia ring with Tom Hanks out of a pizza place. There is frustration in finding the words to reach the faulted map in that brain. The place on the map where logic is dangerously anorexic and gasping for air. There is no adolescent napalm to burn. The chairman of the board is a psychotic. The world is flat. Trees never grow. Windmills are evil. And even music festivals aren't safe. The Carnegies, the long line of robber barons are the true legacy. The only thing surviving the slippery slope that Reagan started. This is a new place of tit-talk and AI and self-driving cars, all of them suspect of complicity for the wrong reasons. Yet the casino called America still holds on to its musty curtains, its easy clowns, its guns. You will be stifled for your need to note, ladies and gentlemen, God has left the building. Please exit the burning theater. Seems like one of those draining dreams that loop. One finds themselves making the same cup of coffee, or rewriting the almost there poem, or getting shot in a kindergarten over and over again. My loop dreams have dwindled my hours of sleep. My reality has dwindled my hours of sleep. There is no comfort in knowing millions are feeling the same way I do, asking secretly in their heads the same questions. How do I die in an insane world? What will I do if they come for me? Will they come for me? Will they come for me next? Thank you.
Please welcome our first reader of the second half, Mel.
Yes, absolutely.
Alrighty. So Coco, I know you don't know much about love. You seem very, very nice. Nice little thing. And I'm sorry for your precious ears. So I'm reading 3 poems, and all of them are about 3 very, very different kinds of love. First one is called The Hole. Today I will make beans, rice, and chicken. I will set the table, and the children will come, and the husband will come, and I will sit where I have always sat, at the left of my husband who is at the head. Today I will burn the beans. He will be mad. He will slam his hand flat down on the silverware, which will clink together. The table will rattle. It will turn into a hole deep and black. In will go the beans, rice, and chicken. In the chairs, the table, the children, and he will go. I will stand at the mouth of the splintering abyss and watch their fingers grasp at nothing. I will get the old Hoover, suck up the hole, grab a beer, sit down, and watch TV.
Nice.
Sunrise during an eclipse. Just like your words that snuff the sun out of my eyes, our tryst is a candle turned smoke, wick charred, wax pooled, a reflection of the moon, shivering with nothing to thaw it but dark sky studded with stars, bullets embedded in the softest part of me and the hardest part of you. And this one I've been working on for a while, and I was debating whether or not to read it, but since my husband is here, I thought I might give it a go. It's called Love. My husband emits a loud, rude noise when I begin to speak. He is watching football on the recliner, eating Doritos out of the bag. I know that when he is facing the TV on Sundays, he is at church, and the only thing he hears is the booming voice of the commentator, the preacher from the pulpit in the sky. I, however, am sacrilegious and have a more pressing issue to discuss, the downward spiral of my mental state. Chris, I say, rubbing my temples, I'm having another episode. Motherfucking piece of shit, cocksucking whore, he yells. A football guy gets tackled and breaks a leg. Chris, did you see that? There goes my fantasy football season. He groans as if he feels the injured player's pain. Amidst the darkness clouding my brain, a light bulb flickers. Want to hear my fantasy? I say. His head whips my way. What are we talking about? Bondage?
professor student, or dungeon master and prisoner. No, a husband who wants to listen to how my world is spiraling into the abyss. There is no listening in my fantasies unless it's to commands, he says, eyes glinting with mischief. Babe, you can't fuck away depression. Sure you can. The release alone causes endorphins to flood your brain, thus releasing you from the grips of despair. I see. Well, the only thing flooding me right now is the need to throw my shoe at the TV. Why would you do such a thing? Because you're trying to distract me so I can feel better. Isn't that what I'm supposed to do? Thank you.
That is such bad news for like my entire friend group. You can't fuck away depression? Oh no. So I have to tell you, when I got him at Build-A-Bear, and part of getting animals at Build-A-Bear is they give you this little heart that they stuff inside, and you have to do this little ceremony where you like rub it to make it warm, and blah, blah, blah. And one of the things is like you rub it on your forehead to make it smart. But for him, she was like, I don't remember what she said, but she did not say smart, because we all know that the charm of him is there is nothing in that head. I just thought that was hilarious, that little detail, that she did that. Okay, so next up, please welcome Eduardo.
All right, I have one poem, and then it's a series of thoughts, you could say. They're little poems, but they're in a series, so they're considered one. Whew, this one I wrote yesterday. Your doubt was inconceivable. Now I hear knocking on my door. The spring flowers want to root in my garden. Autumn clouds, please hide the moon. I see too many gaps in the sky. Please hide my guilt, at least for tonight. Night after night, the hope lingers till morning. The crowing rooster wakes me up to you. Oh, by the way, these are all timed. Written in 25 minutes. Nice. I thought I was on a drug or something, but I don't take drugs. Night after night, the hope lingers till morning. See, that's the same poem. I think I have. Take me, I have nothing here. Nothing lost, nothing won. Why take me then? I actually wrote them to a girl, and man, these are depressing. Maybe that's why I shouldn't have come here. But my legacy is in my words. Today I speak them, while my ink dries. Tomorrow, my love songs may be riveted by the pond frogs. Rivet, rivet, rivet. The cold is overcoming me. Your warmth is kept within your sheets and blankets. Warmth without interconnection and feelings. My eyelids don't want to close without you. I want to dream while you are on my side. Sleepiness is overtaking me while you sleep away in the night. It didn't have to be this way. I made it so. You assured it. Muses orbiting my head, taking turns to keep me inspired. They're just wearing me down, killing and resuscitating me. The Sahara Desert is growing. I think it is, man. Night silence. I am without you, honey. Rooster crowing before dawn. Irritable alarm clock. And it's gonna end. Two more. Warm hands holding you as an ice cube melting away. Cold hands holding you as winter snow, frostbite.
Please welcome PK.
PK!
It's called Raising an American Sonnet. Your son is 5. Dress him up in a cowboy hat and red bandana for Halloween. Give him a holster with a couple of cap guns. Warn him to look out for Injuns. He's 9. Take him and his buddies to play laser tag for his birthday. Teach them to sing along to Born in the USA. Recount their glory days in the war, killing towel heads. He's 13. Buy him an Xbox, a few choice games, Halo, Call of Duty, Counter-Strike. He's 15. For Christmas, he'll ask Santa for his very own AR-15. High-capacity magazines with hollow points make great stocking stuffers. Now he's 17. He asks to attend his first civil protest. Drive him across state lines. Let him see pride shining in your eyes. Tell him, go protect the homeland, son. After he murders a few coons in the streets, give him an A-OK salute, a clenched fist pump, a pat on the back. Remind him of his God-given right to defend himself. After he's acquitted by a jury of his peers, get matching "Don't Tread on Me" tattoos. Share a few six-packs. Troll the neighborhoods in your F-150 for black joggers. It's called albinism. In my next life, my parents won't rack their brains wondering how their chocolate dreams were stolen by a great white monster. Won't worry about an ugly, unaccepting world kicking me in the head. Won't worry about where I might find a kind heart, a soft bed, friends of my own. In my next life, on my preschool playground, I won't be the abominable snowman. I'll be just another grain of sand in childhood's sandbox. I won't be the last one chosen when choosing sides for basketball. I'll be part of the team. Women won't accuse me of lying about my age. They'll wink at me from across the room. I'll know the warmth of being held close. In my next life, I won't be boycotted from the business deal, banished from the boardroom, shunned from civil society. No, I'll be part of the in crowd. In my next life, I won't be on my knees praying that I'll soon be moving on to my next life. There was a request for this one, so I'm going to read this. The prompt for this was to write about a nightmare. It's called Singled Out. On my way home from a job interview, I stand at the edge of a busy intersection, caught between the pulse of black glass skyscrapers and bruised, tumescent storm clouds. The smell of petrichor from the city's fevered pavement The air smells of petrichor from the city's fevered pavement, but the air feels hungry, whipping against me as if tasting prey. I shiver, look down, find that I am completely naked. The city turns, stares at my exposed white flesh through a myriad of anonymous windows. A feral crowd gathers, wolves in tailored suits and glittered heels. Their laughter crackles, 1,000 snapping teeth. Phones flash like sudden bursts of gunfire. I try to run, but no path for escape. Lightning flashes, reflected in so many mirrored buildings. Blinded, I hear the wind howling, mourning a death. My raw skin pierced by jagged needles of ice-cold rain. A redhead from the crowd offers her raincoat, but as I reach for it, she snatches it away, says, "Just kidding." A bag of dog shit hits me hard, and I collapse, fetal, on the soaking sidewalk. The crowd pounces, heels sharp against my ribs. Just then, my phone rings. We regret to inform you, we've decided to go with someone better suited.
Next up, please welcome Janet to the stage.
This one was inspired by scary movies. It's called I Am Still Alive. Alone in the night, darkness all around me, eerie silence fills the room. Frozen with fear, heart skips a beat. Scary thoughts fill my mind, racing so fast can hardly keep up. Then howling, moaning, screaming like a raven in the night, searching its prey in the deep dark forest. Only the strong survive. I am still alive. Eyes all around me, waiting for that moment. Feeling helpless now, feeling weak. Claws like a lion, ready to pounce. A deranged demon out of control. Evil spirit, go away. Go away now, do not stay. You do not belong here. My life is mine. Not for you to take. Must fight this. Must fight hard. Still in this game of seek and destroy. Knock 'em down like a champion boxer. I am still here. I am still alive. Mind conquers all. Allow yourself to trust. That's all.
Next up, please welcome JV.
This one doesn't have a title yet. All the dour faces, I hope it can make you feel good. You find some joy. It provide you some solace. Much like jazz, rap, punk, it was started by rowdy kids at every turn. Isn't it always started by a bunch of kids with energy to burn? The smells are familiar. Hot dogs down the street by the railroad pillar. The people are not cool like the Fonz. They wear weird hats sometimes, even a fez. It really started in the Hotel El Cortez. A golden age where you can see Leonardo DiCaprio's dad as the comics vendor and a baby Leo sucking on a pacifier. So much of the latter half of the 20th century were shaped by these men, and the 21st, and women. Back then in the summer of 1977. The summer of punk. You could still hang out with Jack Kirby in his hotel room all weekend. They would never acknowledge how much of a bacchanalia it was. It felt like it would never end. I mean, what do you get when you combine that many horny young people in scantily clad costumes? Psst, a little secret. I have been to Burning Man, Lollapalooza, Coachella, Stagecoach, all at their respective peaks. I have seen the Pixies reunified, The Cure came back, Flaming Lips, Like a Muse to the Heavens, or Mars Volta, Radiohead. 2004 was a really wild year for me. It was better than 1999 when they threw a gas canister in WTO and gave me permanent light sensitivity. You can get more action at this place, trust me. It's like an adult film studio, a freaknik 1990s party for nerds, but no Diddy. But with comics, always with comics, I feel like it lost part of its spirit when we let Hollywood in. Amen. When the studios took over, and these East Coast Wall Street boardroom types, it got corrupted. They even censored its history, made it rated E for everyone. Greed is not good, and Gordon Gekko is bad for you. It added spectacle, but it took away community. It added numbers per head, but took away family. Things are different now. It's like Disneyland now, like what they did with Vegas. They took away the mob, the unsavory characters, but they also took away a hint of danger, which is needed. When the studios left the year after it opened back, when the pandemic was over, it was better, because the creatives again took over. I'm glad they made their cheddar, for 2023 anyway. I'm part of this now. Frequent flyer is a word for me now. I earn a living helping people propagate this to consumers. Our mark being families bringing their kids, or older middle-aged men and women reliving their glory days. It's the only time I feel truly alive. I count the days for my next one. It's a form of a complex. I do almost one a month, sometimes two. It's fun seeing the world this way. When you see a 9-to-5 become someone else for a 3-day weekend, you see the creativity, you see the passion, even with their low-cost cosplay. It is telling that in the 21st century, the collective dream of the Vox Populi that go to this place isn't to be a billionaire or to be a king, but to help save their fellow man, to be a superhero. I mean, you can be a billionaire superhero, of course, but why be a brooding edgelord like that? It's really the only place where you get 20 to 30,000 steps in on the regular. Survival guide needing a collapsible chair for long lines, and extra camelback so you don't pay the water bottle costs an arm fine. Here, as I lay in my hotel bed, waking and leaving for the last day, I metamorphose and cannot wait to hear those words again. See you at the con, preferably San Diego. An annual pilgrimage to us adults to see the Mecca of our collective childhood.
We have 2 readers left and 2 traditions here at the Ugly Mug. The first of those is where the poets give a round of applause to the audience for coming here and listening to you. Thank you, audience. And now please welcome Eric von Meisner to the stage.
Yeah. You get to blame Mr. Palacio for me being up here. I wasn't planning to read.
I take the blame.
All right. Oh, speaking
Like
to Leah.
1997 all over again.
My first time in San Diego for a con? 74.
Woo.
Yeah.
Great.
You're old.
I am. I'm getting all the ads for Medicare now. It's like, oh, then what a birthday present.
George Clayton Johnson era.
Everyone's reading all these sad poems in these sad times, so I thought I'd cheer things up with more sad poems in these sad times. And I will start with a sonnet. Not what he expected. The final time a woman hears you say you love her, and she smiles, even sadly, is rarely noticed by a man. Although no matter what the color of her skin or the store-bought shade that rests upon her mouth, she has a sadder woman's dark lips. Her eyebrows stay at rest. She breathes in deep, without a sigh. And you remember all the rhythmic heat her lungs exhaled beneath the weight of your chest. And still, you don't discern. A wayward sailor on Einstein's theories, you never saw it coming. And neither sex nor the words of those who will love you will release your thoughts, for you won't hold them tight enough to ever let her go. Her last bad business trip. The unexpected sit-up burned across her back and abs. She hated waking up this way, the heavy breath, the sense of loss, the martial rhythms her heart spat through her lips, and, yuck, the hateful slime of ebbing blood beneath her butt. Please, dear God, not again. She She fumbled for the light in her synod of death, saw his face. I'm sorry, Glenn. I think that was your name. He'd bought her a drink and looked her over. Hey, you want to fuck? She asked, letting the liquor think as though outwitting cops was simple luck and killing while she's drunk was so much fluff. Oh, screw the pay. The travel's just too rough. Okay, for those of you who long ago remember how I used to title my poems with one word, this one's entitled, When the Labor Union Stopped Running My Father's Former Law Office. The block and mortar shoebox was locked down tight. A brothel before an office, it made my father smile when labor lawyers were referred to as whores. But, as a war zone resists politeness, this building now resists me. The rain is encamped like an underground river where my old desk holds steady as a garbage scow. The doors, off their hinges, form a log bridge across the carpet marsh. The toilet is unfleshed and unfleshable. The walls and floors are awash in letterhead, pornography, and political campaign posters. The hubris of a folded union. Holes in the walls let air reach into this void like the sun's moldy exhaust. I replace the fuse, turn on the lights. Despite the ticker tape of failure, there's a sandpaper palace beneath the grime. As I always end, I have a history with this place. As the original host, believe it or not, back in '97, I always end my readings with a very short poem. If only I could forget you, then we'd both be out of my mind.
Thank you, Eric. Yes, as Eric mentioned, I was going to mention this. I just wanted to let you have, like, no expectations on you as you read. So Steve and I met by attending the poetry reading that Eric founded and ran in Fullerton. It was called the North Orange County Poetry Continuum. When I started going, it wasn't in the law office. Was it the law office in that poem?
Well, we started...
I know it started. It was...
Building. We started in Borders Books in Brea. We got kicked out after 6 weeks.
This is the important part of that story, because a guest host let someone just say fuck a lot from the mic in a Borders while Eric wasn't there.
That's funny. And then I think our next, I forget the exact order, we were at the Mexican restaurant down here on the south side of the circle, so they threw us out. And then we were in the law office.
No, the law office was first.
Please welcome now Elisa Chesler.
All right. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
My name is Elisa, and I will say now that I am 42, when I was 19, I was in a near-death car accident that was all my fault. But crashed my head so badly I went out like that. I had to take a, what do they call those hospitalized, ambulance on air. They flew me to the hospital to give me life again, and they did very successfully. And I wrote all of this book. It's called Voices of, I just read it. I wrote this book after I was home from the hospital for about 10 years or something. And all of these poems just came out all about that. event. If anyone's interested, let me know. And then here's one poem. It's called Life. I'm a lone child, pulling at my skin, whining, let's get out of here, but that won't work. Then I think I need more company in here. Instead, it's me, my skeleton and all my organs that have been tampered with. Everything and everyone that lingered has disowned me. She's got too much misery, or not enough stability. I wish I could disown me too. Life is holding my hand. Life is living inside me. I just have to keep it alive, keep it living. Therefore, I keep breathing just because I can, without medication. See, medication keeps me sleepy, in fact. Even when I look like wide awake with it, part of me is still sleeping. Where are you, Elisa? You don't make yourself known. I guess I'll just be your savior then. And make you present where you have no presence. And I'll hold you and guide you through this sarcastic world. I'll guide myself through this sarcastic world. I'll do the best I can to recreate what I have. Oh, sorry, read that wrong. To recreate what I have lost. Recreate what doesn't exist anymore. Recreate all that's disintegrated. I realize behind the car wheel that I am just spinning in circles with nowhere off to. There's no way to go right or left or forward or back. Life is nonsense then, isn't it? And I'm the eyes of the beholder. That's me, the beholder, in love with the lost cause. I love life. What? You do? It screwed you. Life just means you're alive as well. You're half alive as well. We're half alive now. I know, but life is still around. Life is still on the ground. Even if it's offered me the black hands of death, and I let them and I let them caress me, hold me for a while, bring me up to their lips, then spit me out. They dropped me, and I fell. But I still haven't landed, and I don't know if I will or if I'll ever prefer to, because I've tasted too much reality. Thank you. I was having some trouble reading straight there because my eyes are all kind of screwed up from this brain injury. So thank you.
Please welcome now Joseph Paulson.
Thank you. I'm Joseph Paulson. Thanks so much for being here and showing support for poetry, local poets, and thanks for coming to the Book Jewel. I work here. I'm the self-proclaimed poet in residence. Meaning, I call myself that. I had 3 poems to read. They're short. They were all on. I could fit them all on this one piece of paper. But in the interest of time, I'm going to read my favorite one of the 3, because we have a shit ton of poets tonight, and I want to get them all up here and listen to them. This poem is called "Lesson," and it's a riff on a story you may or may not be familiar with. Lesson. I bid my anus watch the fire, and thinking it was safe, let myself leave me. Sleep is what dreams require. I saw an old friend, long deceased, my childhood dog. So death is not the end. I awoke in the chill of dark, and the fire had all but died, and angry with my anus, grabbed a smoldering brand, jammed it hard inside. Both of my mouths made a hissing sound. All my eyes cried. For weeks I was made, sometimes twice in one day, to recall this body can't be trusted. This body in which I've been strangely laid. Thank you very much.
Where'd he go? There he is, Joseph. Thank you so much for being here. You really have to stay on top of your anus and what you do and what you let it do.
I think you could trust it, and then it goes and lets
It just
the fire
does,
die on.
it does what it wants. You can't trust it to tend to fire. Thank you for being here. Thank you for helping keeping this bookstore going. Joseph Paulson, no relation to Joseph of Arimathea.
It's Joseph I wanted to be named after, but darn it, I was named after Jesus' stepdad.
It's a burden.
Yeah.
One more round of applause for Joseph Paulson.
James. Hi, James. This is Victor. Oh, tomatoes. Oh, tomatoes. That's it. Hi, James. This is Victor. Called nothing in particular. Sorry to hear your mixing methods. So, if you feel urged, call me. Bye. James, I miss you. I love you. I need you. I know it's Thursday. Hi, James. It's Victor. Nice letter in Yossi Weekly today. Very much enjoyed it. I actually got off the phone. Hello. Hey. James, you rock. You're real. You're the real item. You are the man. The man, I'm telling you. The man. Pick up the phone. It's Victor. You guys mega long distance to call. Oh, God damn you. Anyways, hi, James. It's Victor.